And just a quick note that on Mat C, Pete Gunnaridis has a 4-1 lead over Alan Kugayev, the 2012 Olympic champion. There's about 2 minutes to go in that match, so that's Mat C. You got an upset brewing over there. The Olympic champion trailing Pete Gunnaridis. But coming up here, we're going to move up to 98 kilos. This is a rematch of that Jack Pinto Cup from Sunday. You got Caylor Williams for the United States going against Vladislav Metodiev of Bulgaria. Metodiev comes in having won his first match 6-2 over Lance Cathcart. Caylor Williams, 2-time World Team member for the United States. Metodiev was 7th place at the World Championships this past year in Tashkent for Bulgaria. Williams has yet to place in a World Championships. Still young, just joined the U.S. Army WCAP last year. You know, he's really improving, got some explosive stuff. These guys wrestled in Colorado Springs on Sunday, and Williams won by fall. Now, I mean, he charged in on a high dive. Metodiev thought he was tripped, but there was a leg foul, so he essentially ceded the fall on that. So I'm glad we get a rematch, and I think Caylor is as well. He'd like to cement that win with a win here today. Picking up 2 wins over a guy who plays 7th in the World Championships can be a huge confidence booster for a guy like Caylor Williams, who has that whole skill set you need to be successful. And Greco-Roman, you just got to fine-tune, you know, feather those edges. I mean, and he can be a force. Another high dive for Caylor. Metodiev, this guy, he's a really tall, long, lanky guy. I mean, I was sitting quite a ways away from the mat whenever he was wrestling at Worlds, but I knew it was him. It's because how tall he was. It seemed like he towered over most of the guys he was wrestling. Passivity warning on Metodiev, 1 point for Williams. So Williams takes the early 1-0 lead, 1:15 into the bout. And this just in, Pete Gunnaridis wins 5-2 over Alan Kugayev of Russia. Pete Gunnaridis takes out the Olympic champion on Mat C. I mean, Kugayev did bump up from 85 kilos. He didn't make weight at 85 kilos. Decided to bump up to 98. I mean, so that is a big size discrepancy, but still, you beat an Olympic champion, you're having a pretty darn good day. And that's a huge win for Pete Gunnaridis as he advances to the semifinals here at 98 kilos. Duck under there for Williams. He's got the body lock to the back, going out of bounds. Huge move for Caylor Williams. I'll tell you what, Caylor Williams looking solid as of late. And we're going to see a challenge break here. So you see how explosive Williams is. I mean, he's quick to get to those high dive attempts, and they had the challenge brought up on the screen, but I don't know. They're going to go with it. I got a good view of it. I'll take a look. I think we're looking for a leg slip here. Caylor, yeah, there's no leg slip on that, going out of bounds. I mean, maybe the only thing you could call it might be 2 on a counter or an auto touch, but that's going to be 4 for Caylor all day, I believe. Just looking at it, that was a nice. He ducked to the left side, came to the body. So he takes a 7-0 lead after Metodiev loses that challenge. So it should be another point on your board. Actually, I'm mistaken. 6-0 is right score. You got 1 point on the passivity, 4 points on that takedown, 1 point on losing the challenge. Caylor Williams, I mean, he's cruising. He's looking good. He's got Metodiev's number at this point, up 6-0. Still a whole period to go. You got another quarterfinal at 98. John Wechter, Yarulin Iskakov of Kazakhstan. They're going on Mat B right now. That's tied up 1-1. Under a minute to go in that match. Mat D. You got Rustam Totrov of Russia, Olympic silver medalist. He's tied 1-1 as they're heading to the second period. That would be with Shikaya of Japan. And right here we got Caylor Williams up 6-0 over Metodiev. Again, Metodiev 7th at the World Championships at 98 kilos in 2014. So Caylor getting 2 wins over this guy in the same weekend would be huge for his confidence, I think. I talked to him after that first match, and it looks like Metodiev elbow hurting. But Caylor, he's got the confidence. And he feels like he's ready to make that next step and become a world medal contender. And he's wrestling really great here so far today. 2:20 to go. Over-under attempt. Got to be careful of a body lock here. Bulgarian trying to reach around, use that length. Williams, he's doing a good job of circling out whenever he feels Metodiev reaching across the back. See, he lifts that underhook. Keeps those hips back. Look at the length difference. Now both guys locked up. And Williams circles. He's got the body lock. He's going to lift. And Williams going to toss it. That's going to be a 2-pointer for Caylor Williams. He wins at 8-0. He backs up that fall from the Jack Pinto Cup, takes this one 8-0 over Vladislav Metodiev of Bulgaria. And who he will face is yet to be determined. Right now, Rustam Totrov, the Olympic silver medalist, trailing Shikia of Japan 2-1. Second period just underway over there. So, as it sits, not a good-looking round for the Russians at this point. We're going to move